I forgot to unmute my mic. Spawning in the southwest, we have Puppypaw as our red Chinese. And this is a very special match because it's a mirror. Up here in the northeast, we have Numudan. Yeah, as our yellow Chinese. Ooh, I don't like the positioning on his mill. It's way too close. That is way too close. Yeah. He already has a dead sheep as well. That's going to be causing issues. Yeah, I don't like this. This is going to be... He's going to be losing out on so many resources, especially once those villagers start getting on the dead sheep. Like, he could have pulled it further. Easily further. Anyways, I guess he still hasn't... Okay, there he goes. Numudan is dropping his village. While we don't have the early wood for Puppypaw, he decided to go for the house instead. So mill house mining camp. As where with Numudan, he did go for the mill or wood mill village. Has to get a little bit more wood, and then he'll be going into the mining camp. He should be forced drop off. There he goes. Yep. I'm just really concerned that this is going to start messing him up as the game progresses. He has to be on top of his village micro in order to make sure that he doesn't get screwed over in the long run. Coming back with a decent amount of sheep. I like Puppypaw's positioning, of course, a lot more, because the distance is like the distance to the TC is too far. So unless the sheep venture off way too close to it, he is not going to be running into the same issue as Numudan whatsoever. I believe this is also going to be my first Chinese mirror as well. So I'm really interested to see what both players have planned out, if they're going to go into any type of deviation from one another. Already Puppypaw going into Imperial Academy for his age up, and Numudan, I'm not sure how Numudan is so oh well, he did go for the wood first. So, but even then, he shouldn't be that far off. He's already down by almost a whole minute. He does have enough for his age up now. Gonna be going Imperial Academy as well with a single villager. Yeah, I'm not sure how he's so far behind. Imperial Academy almost finishing up. It'll be done sub 330 for sure. As for Numudan, he'll be done around the 4-minute mark. So 320 completion for Puppypaw on his Imperial Academy. It did get a buff as well in the most recent patch update. Sorry about that. Let's double check what the buff was, because the patch was actually pretty huge, not gonna lie. That was a lot of freaking updates, a lot of different things going on as well. I skimmed over a lot of it, but I did go over the actual patch notes, right? So the bug fixes, and yeah, there was a lot for them. The Imperial Academy now produces Imperial officials with a 30% cost reduction, so they're a lot cheaper. So instead of the 150, they are 70-20 or 70-35. So you are able to get the Imperial officials out a little faster, not in terms of actual production, but just in terms of resources. You're able to get them out a little bit faster, a little sooner, rather, not faster. Already Puppypaw sitting on, I think it's his third one as of right now. His third official one. Oh, did he cancel his other one? There's yeah, I only see 2 Imperial officials. I could have sworn he already made 3, but nope. As for Numudan, sitting on his 1 right now, should be getting his, oh no, there's his second. And Numudan taking the food lead. taking the lead in general, really economically. He is going to be going into a fast castle from what it seems like. Puppy Paw, on the other hand, going to be going into a multi-TC play. Most likely just going into a 2TC, while Numudan goes into a fast castle. And this is the bonus of going for a village, because Numudan doesn't have to worry about going into food anytime soon whatsoever. He could just, or not food, into wood anytime soon. He could just chill under the gold and food until 50 supply, as opposed to Puppy Paw, who didn't go for the early wood, had to go opt in for the normal house, does have to start gathering up a lot more wood earlier on. Barbican of the Sun getting dropped at the stone and berries for Puppy Paw, and astronomical clock tower with 6 villagers getting thrown up for Numudan. It does get scouted out by Puppy Paw instantly, of course, since his scout is there just chilling. And Numudan gonna be in castle while Puppy Paw sits in feudal. We're gonna have to wait and see on what Puppy's reaction is and what Numudan is going to be doing as a follow-up. Second TC going to be coming up very soon as well. Going to be offensive from what is, well, not offensive, but it's not going to be under his own resources. It's going to be out in the little, I think I would have liked it right here next to the gold wood. Yeah, gold wood, and then try to push in the deer, but I like pushing in the deer. So to each their own. Meanwhile, we do have the castle. Not like Numudan can really do much with it. He has the 200. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. He has the 200 wood, so he has to go for the monastery and start collecting the relics. That was gonna be his best bet, and instantly queues up 3 monks. He's gonna go out there and start grabbing as many as he possibly can. Please tell me he's going for the first one possible first. Yes, he is. The second one should be going towards the far eastern. Third one should be going towards the far western, which are going to be the most heavily contested. And of course, the last one should be the one closest to him, where there's a wolf ready to just bite the monk's head off. First monk en route. There are 2 spears ready to meet him, and they will be stabbing him. This monk is not going to be making it home safely. Nice prediction from Puppy Paw to put those spears there, right in the path as well, getting those early stabs in, so he's not going to be able to just go back home or grab a different relic, anything like that. First relic does get picked up in the center of the map. Not entirely sure. Where are you going? Going over to the west side and then going back up, but it will be getting third monk. Oh no, it's not going to get scouted out. First palace guard will make quick work of these spearmen from Puppy Paw. Yeah, I don't know what Numudan was doing here with this monk whatsoever. He grabs the relic right in the center of the, where we could see exactly where, right here, okay? And then moves them all the way to the west and then starts moving them northbound. Like, he could have easily just started going north, especially since he already had the palace guards out, and an extremely late Wololo is not going to be going off. He needed to use that way earlier. Yeah, not entirely sure what Numudan was thinking there. He does have he has 2 more monks out at least to be able to pick these up, so yeah, I just don't know. I really don't understand what Numudan's thought process was there. Puppy Paw sitting on 12 military, 8 Chukanu, 3 spears, but Numudan does have 7 palace guards that will be able to just, if he were to fully commit, would have been able to burn through a majority of that, but it's only 4 palace guards in the actual army right now. He is going to be gathering up with his other friends. Total of 7 plus an astronomical clock tower. That's the bees in production. astronomical clock tower, of course, will be coming down for Puppypaw. He is on 2TC, sitting on 53 workers right now in Song Dynasty, so that production speed is going to be heavily in his favor. 15 seconds for a villager. And this monk isn't doing anything. He's not moving. Yeah, Numudan's micro hasn't really been that good. His map awareness hasn't really been that good. He lost two monks. This one right here, that one could have actually made it a little bit further. Wololo in order to buy some time, things like that. Oh, these palace guards are going to be able to get through. They need to kill the villager to stop the wall from being made. They do kill him. Sweet. Okay, cool. Palace guards. Palace guards. They're going to destroy whatever comes in their path if they ever can catch up to them. And now we are getting crossbows out. They will be able to start doing a significant amount of damage onto the palace guards, but there isn't a heavy number of them quite yet. Of crossbows, that is. This monk is gonna go down as well. Oh, maybe not. I don't know if how far did the leash go? Okay, so it was a pretty far leash on the wolf. These palace guards need to apply some more pressure onto the Chukunu. Otherwise, this monk is just gonna get wrecked right now. Like, yeah, okay, Numudan does realize and is pulling the monk back. Numudan is also sitting on 3 relics at the moment, 4th one getting garrisoned fairly soon. Not only that, he could give up the... Yeah, he could just give up the 5th one. It's not going to be that important. Oh, the nest of bee, though. The nest of bees are going to be... nothing? Come on, Numudan! Numudan, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Numudan. That was an absolutely perfect shot that he had right there. He could have easily just blanketed that entire army. But he's just not paying attention. Like I said earlier, something seems off about him right now. He's just not really paying that much attention to what's going on. He has no other purpose, really. Like, he did go up to a 2TC, but he wasn't really doing anything besides macroing behind it. So he should be able to multitask those 2 very simple things at once. I know I'm being highly aggressive towards him, or not aggressive, but highly critical of him. When you're playing top 200 though, it's a completely different story. The nest of bees is gonna be going down. It does get 2 solid shots in before, oh, Beastie's kind of, or not Beastie, Puppypaw was messing up a little bit right there as well though. He wasn't focus firing down the nest of bees when it could have actually did a bit more damage. This monk is not gonna be making it. Oh, unless it could get tucked away in the corner. Oh, very lucky Mr. Monk is gonna be able to hide in the corner. 2 sets of army, or yeah, 2 sets of units. Wait, looking for him. They're still looking for him. The scout even getting thrown in here, get the extra vision to see if he'll be able to find it. Imperial examinations coming through for our yellow Chinese player. Where did the monk go? Oh, the monk's definitely going to be going down now. There's 3 palace guards right here waiting for him. Wololo going off. It does not matter though. He will not be able to, and he doesn't have any military close enough to actually defend his monk, so it is going to go down. Nice little slice and dice action going on. Walls coming up on the eastern side of Numudan's base. Numudan currently sitting on 64 villagers, 16 military, 7 crossbows, 8 palace guards, 2 nest of bees, 1 monk. And Puppypaw, our red Chinese player, sitting on 87 villagers, 41 military, 20 crossbows, 14 palace guards, 6 Chukunu, 2 trebuchets, a springald with the 2nd on the way. Monk and his trusted scout. The wall's looking fine except for this massive gap right here. Does need to close that off. Otherwise, units are still going to be able to bleed in very quickly. Stone being gathered up still for Puppy Paw. Not going to be for another town center, but most likely for an offensive keep. Monk is able to grab the last remaining relic. Four have been garrisoned. Looking to garrison number 5. Where is your... There it is. Your second monastery. Huge army for our red Chinese player for Puppy Paw. Nearly double the military of Numudan. $55 against 28. 98 villagers to 74. Walls are getting finished up on the western side of Numudan's base. There's a mini wall up here on the northwestern side protecting absolutely nothing. Just getting those double layers in. Chukunu running in, sacrificing their lives to scout, I'm assuming. Numudan sitting on 2 clockwork nest of bees though, and I'm assuming those are all going to be clockwork springalds as well. And keep in mind, springalds did get a nerf. So they do not have the bonus, I think it was bonus 90 damage. It's down to 60. Culverin's got a nerf as well from plus 100 bonus damage to plus 60. Their attack speeds did get buffed though, a full second. They're going to be attacking at 3 seconds, once every 3 seconds instead of once every 4. At least there is that. The damage does make a big difference though. The developer notes for why they did it just did not make sense. Regardless of their decision making, it did not make sense. Anyways, we're about to be getting our first major battle. Palace guards are going to be running forward, but an offensive keep coming through as well for Puppy Paw. He is going to try to end it right here, right now. Is that going to be a good... No, that nest... The last volleys of the nest of bees were pretty solid right there. They are going to be focused firing down the villagers. About 5 go down there. And now the clockwork nest of bees down to 1. Another huge volley. Springalds versus Springalds down to 1 apiece. Second one does come up for our red or our yellow Chinese player. And now the military count has semi-evened up, 34 to 21. This is going to be a lot more manageable for Numudan to deal with. He is still down 29 villagers though. Puppy Paw has lost 6, and so has Numudan though. That volley from the nest of bees was absolutely amazing. Of course, we're still getting the offensive keep in a less aggressive positioning, I would suppose. This is going to be denying out the wood line, but there's only 2 villagers there. The siege is going to be just absolutely brutal though. A few palace guards are moving over to the western side of Numudan's base, able to pick off 2 more villagers. But these 2 trebuchets are going to be protected by Springalds, nest of bees, a keep, an outpost. I wouldn't be surprised if we start getting the hand cannon slits, or at least the Springald emplacement on that outpost as well, just to be extra protected. The Springalds are going to be moving forward. I don't think they're going to be able to actually get the shots off because of, let's see, I would have really liked to see Puppy Paw be more aggressive right there. Move his Springalds forward to snipe off the enemy Springalds since they were already queued up onto the trebuchets. But of course, Numudan is also another top 200 player, so shouldn't have been that difficult for them to just trade 2 or 1 Springald apiece. This is huge though. The amount of damage that these trebuchets have done already. They've gotten rid of a village, a blacksmith, and they're going to be laying waste to the shrine. Springald's moving forward from both players. Nest of bees, 2, 3. for our Chinese player. This is actually looking phenomenal for Numudan now. He's putting himself in a massive position, especially with those nest of bees. This is gonna be okay. He does back off, does get a Springald. It's 3 Springolds against 2, I believe. Yes, but it's 2 nest of bees against 1. PuppyPaw needs to get 2, 3, like at least 2 more Springolds in all honesty, in order to be able to deal with this more effectively. That was Numudan's saving point, was that the very first major fight that they had. Numudan had 3 nest of bees that just blanketed the army and was able to turn the tide. From there, PuppyPaw is still being aggressive. Don't get me wrong, he still has a decent advantage. He should be rotating around, try to grab a couple more buildings. He almost had the monastery. He needs to repair up the counterweight trebuchet as well though. And now Numudan sitting on 3 trebuchets against the 2 of Puppy. That keep is not going to be sustained for much longer, and we are going to be getting Numudan going in. Wait, so does it take 4 shots now to kill the Clockwork Nest of Bees? If that's the case, that's going to be very strong in almost every single freaking matchup now. And the Zushi, they're, well, no, they get regular Nest of Bees. They don't get astronomical. Defend all sacred sites. We are going to be going for a sacred victory behind this, but there's no walls. There's nothing up yet for PuppyPaw, and he's going to be trying to rush a forward defensive keep right in front of these trebuchets. That was not a good idea until he was able to get all the villagers there, and even then it wouldn't have been a good idea. He would have needed like 20-30 villagers running up there to try to build it, not just like 10. And now he's sacrificing, sacrificed a few villagers right there. Villagers also got nerfed against siege units. Keep that in mind. They do not get a bonus damage against siege anymore. They only do the 10 damage. That's a huge Nest of Bees shot right there. That covered all of the crossbows, but in return, there's 3 Nest of Bees for Numudan that are gonna be decimating the entire military force of PuppyPaw every single engagement, because these Springolds are not able to get rid of them fast enough. Nest of Bees have just become so much stronger because Springolds got so much weaker. It's hard to get rid of them. Okay, so they do 92 damage, right? So 92 damage a shot. Those are the clockwork. They have, so you need 3 well, yeah, so you still need 3 shots to kill them. Why does it seem like you need 4 though? Because he's 3-tapped them and they're still not going down. Oh, he spread out his damage right there. His Springolds against Numudan's Springolds. Now he is able to focus fire. He does have the Springold lead. 3 against 1. 3 Nest of Bees though for Numudan. 27 idle villagers for PuppyPaw. He picks off one. Trebuchet. He picks off a Nest of Bees. PuppyPaw needs to micro these Springolds a lot better. He needs to focus fire. Alright, he has a massive lead now in terms of the Springolds. He's still losing the actual infantry battle. He needs to be able to pick off these Springolds. It looks like Numudan's trying to prep for a castle age, Imperial Age. But now Numudan is getting pushed back. This is the perfect time for PuppyPaw to drop a keep, like right next to the town center. Decent damage coming out of the trebuchet still. They're splitting up their damage though, so that's obviously not a good thing. They need to be focus firing down a single building at once. PuppyPaw, he's been sieging for the last, at least from what it seems like, 10 minutes, but realistically it's probably been about 5 or 6. 151 villagers for Puppy, 100 for Numudan. 25 villager kills for Puppy, 7 for New. Military counts heavily in favor of our yellow Chinese player, 10 to 23, but Puppy is going for the Great Wall in the center of the map. There we go. Great Wall Gatehouse. This is an amazing defensive structure. Keep in mind, Sacred Site has been ticking away this entire time as well. As I say that, it's getting neutralized on the eastern side by a single villager, which villagers could get pulled that are right next to it, Puppy, to try to get rid of it, but they don't. So it's okay. Imperial Age going to be coming through for Puppy Paw in sub 10 seconds. And this is exactly what the developers said they wanted to nerf, was going for mass strangles in order to get rid of the siege versus siege battles in the late game and blah blah blah. Yeah, I said this wasn't gonna happen in my patch video. Like, it wasn't gonna happen. Nice little freak. He's just gonna keep going in and out, which is hilarious. Yeah, they ended up nerfing Springle damage, but they buffed their attack speed, so they have the same. They actually have higher DPS now against non-siege units. Because before it was 32 damage every 4 seconds. This is 32 damage every 3 seconds now. That increases their DPS. So if you have 8, 10, 12, 15 Springolds, you're gonna be able to just murder, not really murder, but you're gonna be able to burn through quite a few units now. A lot faster, right? At 10 range. And this is exactly what's happening. But you still do need a bit of frontline in case those horsemen, like right here, all he needs are junk units. Puppy Paw, that is, just needs junk units in the front. He doesn't really need palace guards. He just needs hardened, he just needs spears, and then make a lot of Springolds. Like way too many Springolds. And he'll be able to just cleave through everything, realistically. We have offensive walls encasing our yellow Chinese player on the eastern side. Great Wall Gatehouse in the center. We should be getting walls up on the western side as well, just to fully enclose our yellow Chinese player, who's still in Castle Age as well. Horsemen gonna be running forward. We're getting a few little splits here and there. Got some palace guards going into the granaries. Few villagers. Excuse me, I thought those were palace guards as well, going into the back line. But no, villagers building an offensive keep in the back of the base. Walls trying to come in as well. Great Wall Gatehouse trying to come up for our yellow Chinese player Numudan. It looks like this is going to get canceled out though. There are some Nest of Bees that are going to be doing significant amount of damage, but it's only one, so it's not going to be able to clear this up as fast as he would like. The crossbows though are doing a ton of damage. There's just too many though. There's just too many palace guards here. He might still be able to get it because the palace guards aren't focusing down anything. They're just all on different units. More palace guards are going to be coming in. Springolds are going to be moving forward as well. There's a lot of trebuchets here, 5 in total. That's quite a bit. GG does get called. Game goes to our red Chinese player, Puppy Paw. And what the devs wanted to nerf is exactly how Puppy Paw ended up winning with mass Springolds. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.